Today is the last day of our meditation. So we have seen the meaning of meditation is to invoke your latent inner powers. And you can manifest that power as health, peace of mind, creative action, love. They are all there. These values are there, latent in you. We don't have to look for such values outside. We have to turn inward, quieten the mind, and then get access to that. That's the meaning of meditation. You can call it Kundalini power, you can call it Atman power, you can call it Brahman power, whatever word you use. The idea is that all that we seek is already latent in us. What is latent is to be made patent. And today is Shivaratri, the night of Shiva. So Shiva is your infinite potential. That potential can be manifested. And this is the day where the very conducive day for us to look inward and manifest that power. So today we will be meditating on the Shunyata. Shunyata means the emptiness of things. The world outside is made up of objects. These objects are really empty. You give meaning to that. For example, a chair has no meaning in itself. For a tribal, the chair may be a firewood. For you, it is something to sit on. For somebody, it is a merchandise, piece of merchandise. So different people look at the same thing differently. We give value and meaning to things. By itself, they are empty. They are available for any kind of interpretation. So, and the objects has got a prior and the posterior non-existent, they say. Prag pradhvam sabhavam. There was a time the chair was not. There will be a time the chair will not be. In between also, the chair doesn't exist. It is you who sees it as a solid object. Because of your limitations of the mind and the sense organs, we see it as a solid object, and it is useful for your survival, physical survival. This kind of interpretation is good. Otherwise, basically, they are all empty, it says. So that ultimately objects are empty, thoughts also are empty, because they have got a beginning and end. So prior, posterior non-existence and mutual non-existence, anyonya bhavam. So seeing this clearly is shunya meditation. Seeing the emptiness of thought, and I thought also is empty. Because I thought is something which you construct about yourself. Your real nature is beyond all that. Your real nature is Satchidanandam. You are Satchidanandam, I am also Satchidanandam. But the present identity that you have is a construct. It's made, put together from various experiences and interpretation. So seeing the emptiness of things makes you really free. So you are not bound by anything. So that's what we are going to practice today on the Shivaratri day. And so let us see. So please close your eyes gently. Those who want to sit on the floor, they can sit. Those who are sitting on the chair, let them put their feet firmly on the ground. Those who are sitting cross-legged with the maximum base, they sit comfortably. And your hands are resting on the knees. You're trying to dive deep into yourself, the inner journey, by a process of watching and detachment, by seeing the emptiness of things and thoughts. which is the meaning of freedom. So your eyes are gently closed, your attention is between the eyebrows. And you're watching the breath. And the breath is the manifestation of God in your life. Manifestation of Brahman. O Vayo Tumeva Pratyaksham Brahmasi. O breath, I see you as manifest Brahman. So by watching the breath, you are able to go deep beyond the body, beyond the mind, beyond thoughts, beyond the ego. So watch your breath, feel your breath, the dances in your nostrils, which makes you alive, without which you fall apart. So this Guru Vayu, the Mukhya Vayu, is that holds us together. The body is held together, the organs are held together, and the functions of the body is made possible. Because of the breath you are able to stand erect. When the breath goes, you fall flat on the ground. So this breath is considered as the manifest Brahman or God or Ishvara. And for us this breath is Shiva. That is breath which holds us together. On this day of Shivaratri, we say Om Namah Shivaya. I offer myself to Shiva. I see myself as a product of the breath. Therefore, Om Namah Shivaya. I offer myself to Shiva. I belong to Shiva. I am Shiva, Shivoham. So let your mind be in that attitude. I belong to Shiva, I am Shiva, Shivoham, Shivoham, Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva is this breath, and if you go deeper, Shiva is realized as emptiness, pure possibility, pure freedom. Then once you realize your Shiva nature, that you are a field of infinite potentialities, and the kind of intentions you planned, you are able to create through intentions, through thoughts. We are able to create ourselves anew all the time. The Shiva is dark. Darkness means emptiness. The Shivalinga indicate that. The Shivalinga is a field of possibilities. It has no particular form or shape, but it can assume any shape. So with your eyes closed, attention between the eyebrows, watching the breath, the mind become calm. The traffic of thoughts end. When the traffic of thoughts end, you are able to experience everything in a very unique and fundamental way. So keep watching the breath or feel the breath deeply. And your hands resting on the knees. If you feel sleepy, take a long deep breath and hold it for a while. If you feel distracted, breathe out and hold the breath outside for a while. Our attempt is to go beyond this phenomenal, objective world into the ontological, subjective world. The world is experienced as your thoughts, as manovrittaya. The world outside is experienced as modifications of the mind, which are called thoughts. There is no world outside other than your thoughts. So when you watch your breath, the number of thoughts comes down, and you are able to observe your thoughts are empty. They have got a beginning and end. Adavando yannasti vartamane vitattatha. What was not there before, what shall not be there later, does not exist even in the present. So seeing the beginning and ending of thought, the flowering and the fading nature of thought, is seeing the emptiness of thought, the powerlessness of thought. Thought gains power by deluding you. Like the clouds cover the sun. Though the clouds are tiny, the sun is vast and huge and bright. Still, the tiny clouds can cover the sun. Similarly, thoughts cover the truth. When thoughts cover the truth, we become identified with the thoughts and is tortured by our own thoughts. So this is the time in meditation you have to understand the nature of thought, which projects a world. If you dive into the nature of truth, there is only one existence, which is Brahman or consciousness. The whole world is a dance of Shiva, vibration in consciousness, spanda in consciousness. Just as the waves in the ocean are empty, they have no separate existence other than water. Similarly, the world is nothing but thoughts. Thoughts are nothing but waves in consciousness. And the root of thought is the I thought. I am thought. The I thought is a bubble in the ocean of consciousness. So you are able to see the emptiness of the objective world, the emptiness of thoughts which project this objective world, and the emptiness of I, which manifests as manifold thoughts. As a meditator, with your eyes closed, your attention between the eyebrows, watching your breath, and seeing the emptiness of objects and thoughts and the I thought. Thus you become the vast, empty field of infinite potentialities. You fill this emptiness by planting intentions and creating realities. The consciousness takes different modes. Like water become waves and bubbles and froth and foam. So see these realities in the seat of meditation, so that the mental and the material world don't become a prison house for you. So by simply watching the breath and feeling everything integrally, the world, the body, thought, ego, everything is seen as a spectrum. In your consciousness. So let the world collapse into vrittis, manovrittis. Manovrittis collapse into ahamvritti, and you see the emptiness of ahamvritti. In deep sleep there is no ahamvritti. Thus the meditator collapses the world into manovritti, manovritti into ahamvritti, and you see the emptiness, the beginning and ending of ahamvritti. aham ayam kudo bhavati chinnataha ai padatyaham nija vicharana. Ahami bhajya ahami nasha bhaj aham ahandaya spuradi hrutsvayam paramapurna sata. When you see the emptiness of ahamvriti, the true splendor of the spirit fills your life. A Shivaratri is seeing the emptiness of this ahamvriti. Ratri, night, emptiness, full of possibilities. You're free from all fetters. You're free from the strangulation of thought and ahamvriti. So by saying Shivoham and Namah Shivaya, I offer myself into the fire of Shiva. And when I offer myself unto the fire of Shiva, I become one with Shiva, Shivoham. So seeing this truth of the world collapsing into manovrittis, idamvrittis become manovrittis, manovritti become ahamvritti. I thought, ahamvritti also collapses into aham brahmasmi vritti. That vritti also collapses into pure flame of experience. So follow this trend of experiences. There are 4 levels of collapse happens. The world collapses into manovritti. The world is called idamvritti. Collapses into manovritti. Manovritti into ahamvritti. Ahamvritti also collapses into aham brahmasmi vritti, which also collapses into total silence of bliss. All this happens when you watch your breath. And practicing pranayama. So you're able to see the beginning and end. So you see the a-u-ma vrittis rising and collapsing in the platform of consciousness. So let us chant this mantra. I say it first, then you repeat after me. Together. So the ahamvritti is a combination of a-o-ma, which expands as manovrittis, which expands as loga vrittis. Now we feel trapped in the idam vritti and mano vritti and aham vritti. But you generate these vrittis. You are the creator of these vrittis. You don't have to be trapped into these vrittis. You are the master. You are Shiva. These vrittis are your dance. See it very clearly, so that you are not tormented by these experiences, which your own creation. See, the whole world rolls, vibrates in terms of a, ma, a, ma. Sishtisthidilaya. Anything which is born shall die. Everything has got a life cycle. This ability to see the beginning and the middle of the ending of any phenomena, whether it is mental or physical, that ability to see it is seeing the emptiness of things. So when you say you can see the energy vibrating in consciousness, like a wave in the ocean. So take a long deep breath. Again take a long deep breath. Extract the sound from the depth of your being. Para, Pashyandi, Madhyama, Vaikari. From the depth of your being, let the wave of arise. The wave of arises, and it gains a certain maturity, it plateaus it out, and then it collapses like any wave. It slowly gathers momentum, gains its full strength, then it collapses. Similarly, the I thought, aham vritti, mano vritti, loga vritti arises and collapses in the ocean, oceanic consciousness that you are. So with that understanding, say, take a long deep breath. So this that you utter, before it becomes Vaikari is this loud utterance. It goes through 2-3 stages. Para, Pashyandi, Madhyama, Vaikari. You can see the sound arising from the depth of your being, comes to the heart and the throat and the mouth. So as you chant the whole body undergoes the vibration. You can feel it. And it's a very healing sound. All your illnesses can be healed by chanting Ah, O, Ma. No need of taking any medicine. All your psychological problems can be healed. Your depression, your agitation, the stress, everything can be healed by daily chanting Ah loudly. Like a lion roaring or an elephant trumpeting or a bull bellowing. Produce the Ah from the very depth of your stomach. Take a long deep breath. So your whole body, mind is vibrating, your prana is vibrating. Thus you are healing yourself. All the blocks in you are all blasted away. You feel truly free from all blocks. Whether it's a psychological block or a cognitive block or an emotional block, or even a physical block in the arteries or in the brain or anywhere in the body. By chanting Ah loudly, you will be able to break all those blocks, blast all those blocks. Again, take a long deep breath. This is how the wave arises in the ocean of consciousness. And creating the spectacle of the universe of mind and matter. Then this wave plateaus, come to a state of maturity before it collapses. That state is Ooh. Now take a long deep breath. You can feel the impact of Ooh in the chest. That chakra, the Anahata chakra, is stuck. Because of that, you have all kind of psychological challenges. Extreme hate, extreme revulsion. The heart is to be opened to the infinite possibilities. The Ooh will help you to heal all psychological problems. That feeling of getting stuck can be removed by chanting Ooh loudly. Again take a long deep breath. All the while your attention is on the breath. All these sounds are modification of breath. Ma is the prana. Ma is the creation. Ma is the vibration or spanda in consciousness. Chidvilasam. So this ability to see the emptiness, or these are all waves that arise in the ocean of consciousness. These are all the dance of Shiva. He dances in that circle. His locks are open, his jada is open. He is vigorously moving his limbs, creating the circle of creation. And he has kept the Mara under control. He is dancing on the devil of ignorance, creating this cycle of creation. Nataraja, the dancing Shiva. The waves in consciousness. This is the ability to see the beginning and end of things. Everything has got a life cycle. When it arises, you are excited, or you are threatened. When it collapses, you feel depressed. Ha, who, he, those thobas, those kind of excitements, all those excitements will die away, and you attain perfect peace, the meditating Shiva. So now take a long deep breath and say the Brahmari. To turn your tongue inward as you do the Brahmari. Take a long deep breath. The Brahmari is the collapse of the system. Shiva is in meditation. As you say, the Shiva opens his eyes and dances. The energy is scattered all around, which become the stars and the planets. As you say, the creation collapses into pure silence, emptiness. This ability to watch the rising and the collapsing of thoughts is samadhi or enlightenment. Is freedom. So you are not boxed into one thought or one experience or one part of the world. Again, take a long deep breath. You can feel you are cleansed completely. All the blocks are blown away. You feel the energy flowing freely in the nadis. You feel light, weightless. You feel floating. You feel free and blissful. You feel healed and healthy. You feel loving and embracing. You feel all the walls have collapsed. You feel the fresh air blowing into your little space. You feel full of light and aliveness. So the Aum makes you see the nature of the world and the nature of thoughts. They no more bind you. They are seen as your own expression, your own dance. So now we chant all the three. Take a long deep breath. Once again. Once again. Now you can experience everything as a dance of Shiva. Shiva dancing in that circle. One foot raised and the other foot firmly planted on the Mara, the Maya, Ajnana. And his loose jada is flying on all sides. His third eye is closed. Other two eyes are open. Is vigorously dancing. The vigorous dance of Shiva is the big bang that we were talking about. Energy is flying to all directions. Nataraja. To experience the dance of Shiva, and the dancing Shiva and the meditating Shiva. You can see both in the space of your mind, the dancing Shiva and the meditating Shiva. The meditating Shiva, two eyes are closed and the third eye is open. The dancing Shiva, the third eye is closed, the two eyes are open. Jagatrayam Sambhavanartanastali Nadadirajasta Parashiva Swayam Sabha Nada Ranga Idi Vyavasthidihi Surupada Shaktiyudat Prayuktataha. Now you say the Om in the reverse order. Take a long deep breath. Take a long deep breath. Take a long deep breath. So from the beginning to the end, and from the end to the beginning, the cycle is complete. From birth to death, and from the death to birth. So everything is seen as empty. The noise is outside, the noise within you, the noise outside you. They are all manifestation of silence. So you are able to feel the silence in the center. Your eyes are gently closed. You are seeing the emptiness of everything. When you see the emptiness, you can be creative, you can fill the space. You have burned down all karmas, good and bad karmas. You no more have to suffer the consequences of your karmas. You are one with Shiva. Shivoham, Shivoham. You have gone beyond Aum to Amatra, the deep silence, pregnant with potentialities, possibilities. At this point, there are no thoughts. There is only bliss. Now you can chant mentally Shivoham, Shivoham, Soham, Soham, Hamsa, Shivoham, Shivoham, Soham, Hamsa. Atma tvam girijamadi sahajara prana shariram griham pujate vishayo babhogarajana nidra samadhistidhi sanjarah padayo pradakshina vidhi stotrani sarva giro yadyat karma karomi tattadakhilam Shambho Tavaradhanam. Shiva is my nature, Atmatvam. Shiva's consort is my mind. Shiva's Bodhaganas are my sense organs and organs of action and my breath. The 5 breath, 5 organs of action, 5 sense organs are the Bodhaganas of Shiva. My body is Kailasam. My movements are going around Shiva. My words are the stuti of Shiva. My thoughts are offerings of flowers of the feet of Shiva. Sarvam Shivamayam Jagat. Aham Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. The Shiva is that emptiness where infinite possibilities flower forth. It is the field of absolute infinite creativity. So keep saying Shivoham, 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 Soham, Soham, Hamsa. Soham, I am that Shiva. Shivoham, I am Shiva. And the body, mind, the ego that I own and operate in interacting with the world is only an expression, a wave that arises in Shiva. And the world outside is another wave. And one wave interacting with the other wave is the entire field of worldly experience. Guna guneshu vartande iti matva na sajjade. So the meditator with their eyes closed, attention between the eyebrows, watching the breath, practicing pranayama, chanting Om, Om, is able to see the powerlessness, the emptiness of the I thought, psychological thoughts, and the world outside. All are structures which has no content or core. When you see this, the world becomes plastic in your hand. Thoughts become plastic. The I thought become plastic. Everything become flexible. You are able to handle them as a tool. To keep chanting Shivoham, Soham, Hamsa, Hamsa, Soham, Shivoham, Shivoham, Hamsa, Soham, Soham, Hamsa, Shivoham, Shivoham. Let the Shivoham mantra go deep into your psyche. So that's this mantra, Shivoham mantra. And if thoughts arise, surrender that thought to Shiva, Namah Shivaya. And the root of all thought is Aham thought, Aham vritti. Offer it to Shiva. When the Aham vritti arises, offer it to Shiva, Shivoham, Namah Shivaya. So let this be your mantra, Namah Shivaya, when you feel disturbed by the thoughts. Shivoham, when the thoughts end, you experience that Shivoham. Even when you are engaged in activities, you see that these activities are interaction between Aham vritti and Idam vritti. Idam vritti referred to the whole, Aham vritti referred to that little ego. Their interaction is the worldly activities, and you are the grand witness. So abide in that state so that the whole year become a year of freedom and joy and infinite possibilities, creativity, the dance of Shiva. The world becoming a problem become a field for you to dance. The mind become a problem, becoming a field for you to dance. Ego becoming a problem, it become a circle where you dance. Om Namah Shivaya Shivoham. Om Namah Shivaya Shivoham. Remain in that state centered, totally silent, totally free and blissful. Now take a long deep breath. Another long deep breath. Another long deep breath. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramayah. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhaved. Asadoma satgamaya. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Mrityorma amrudam gamaya. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnad Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Tat Sad. Now you open your eyes. So that is the Shivaratri message. The Shiva in you, the dancing Shiva in you. So life can be made into a dance. That's the idea. All the way it's a dance. It's an expression of your joy. It's the exploration of your potential. So let that be the message for the year. That be the feel free. Feel to express yourself. You have that infinite power within you. Recognize it, own it, express it. So life, instead of a life of grabbing, aggrandizing, possessing, it becomes a life of freely sharing, distributing, expressing. And the more you do that, the more you have it. The more you possess, the less you have it. So it will be a self-giving life rather than a self-aggrandizing life. But you may feel I have nothing to give. You have plenty to give. Start giving, then you know how much you can. Give your love freely, your affection, your kind words, your noble thoughts. At least a smile when you see the other, instead of pulling a long face and becoming rigid and stiff. Just open up. When you open up, this energy freely flows through you. You become like a sun burning from both ends, shining the world. That should be the message of Shivaratri. Thank you very much. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om.